Okay, so I'm going to put the capo back where it usually goes. Looking at the G shape now, we have a 6 here because the low E becomes the 6th of G. Okay, so we're going to start that. Now normally we would, if we didn't have a capo here and we had just a longer guitar, we could do that G real easy. Real easy. Alright, and the G actually, I can use a little bit of knowledge from the, I think we did this earlier in the thing, but we could do like a pentatonic. But that leading tone, right there, we're not going to get that. So in other words, starting from G shape, then we go to a D shape, then we go to an A shape, then we want to go to E shape. We can't do it. We have to use the long pattern even on the G if we want to get that note. You might as well surrender to the long pattern. Right there, I get stuck there. Then we have the 4th of G is C. Oh, okay, that was a warped up S3XL. Let's try that again. So it's root 2, 3. That's not root. That's 4, 5, 6, 7 root. One more time, right? All right. So that was not fun. What I'd rather do is a G-shaped C. Now watch how fast I can do this. Because that, I got all the notes. But anyway, so that's the long patterns. That's not really the crux of what we're going to learn tonight. The payoff tonight is going to be, and now I'm saying tonight because it is, well, it's almost 7 p.m. So the payoff tonight is going to be this new pattern that I have to play. My neighbor's home, but that's okay. He's got a loud truck, but I don't think it's going to interfere with us. So again, this is the big secret pattern here. This could involve some playing, you know, but we just have a little classical guitar. We're not going to be cranking up volume. We're not going to be bending notes. We're not going to be, you know, singing songs that of discontent and all that stuff and playing in the middle of the night. It's 10 to 7 p.m. So we're good. I want to show you this. This is so important. We got through the long patterns, okay? Now in this particular chart, all right, what I've got is 173 barred diatonic scale shapes for pattern playing. Okay, and I think 173 is today's chart. Because if I go forward, we should get, what do we have? Oh, we have 174 now. Okay. All right, this is great, people. Look at this stuff. You got to see this. You got to see this to believe it. I've got a new circle for us. This is a never before seen circle. Okay, if it has, it was never published or anything. You know, this is what I call the magic stack pentatonic scale circle, the diatonic scale cage start shape. All right. Just look at it. I'm just going to read it to you. A, S1. Okay, now we're going to go up a pentatonic scale. A, C, D, E, G. Look how easy this is. A, S1, C, S2, D, S3, E, S4, and G, S5. Alright, now what does that mean? It means let's start on an A shape. And we'll look at the A shape. I'm going to get the drawing tool. And I'm going to circle our A shape right here. Okay, so we'll just deal with this A shape down here. And this is all we're looking at. And also on this fretboard, we'll circle out the A shape there. So we've got two fretboards. One has the notes on it. and one has the patterns that we're going to play. Okay, now in this case we don't have the patterns. We don't have the patterns like we had them before. Okay, remember our patterns were, what were our patterns? Our patterns were right here, right? Here's all our patterns that we're going to play. But for the most part, we don't have that right now. I wanted to jump ahead because I somehow got on the topic with our magic stack pentatonic circle of cage shapes. A shape, what's it say here? S1A plus S4L plus S1A. Okay? S1A. A is going to start with a stack of 1, and that's it. 5, 6. A starts with a 5, 6. Now let's look at. And we'll play it. We'll play it. So it's going to be 5, 6, and S4L and 5, 6. And just to make sure I don't make a mistake, we're going to use the A-shaped C. So here's an A-shaped C. All right, we're going to do the A shape. All right, but this time, guess what, folks? We don't need the capo because these are lead type fingered barred, variable barred patterns. We're going to go A shape 1 to S4L. Now let's get at S4L. Warp up to an A shape on top. So you say, well, what's the big deal? We just did that. We just did that, but we didn't just do that. We did the long pattern for A. We did. We're doing the lead pattern for A. Okay, but what's the difference? We're going to follow this little chart, so you'll never be without a pattern. A is 1. Now let's go up a pentatonic scale. Now when we go up a pentatonic scale in shapes, we're going down the neck. So C, it says S2 right there. Okay, so we're going to do, see, it says S2. So we got AS1. We started on this one. Now C is going to start on S2, which is a stack of 2. D is going to start on an S3L, right? So it's going to be E is going to start on an S4, which is an S4L. And if you can believe it, G is going to start on an S5L. Remember the S5L? It's a 5-6 sandwich. It's going to be like this. Alright, so that's the magic. You just use this circle as a calling card for these patterns. Let's look at those patterns again. Now the S1L, the S1 is just the A shape right there. S1A, this guy right here. There he is, Mr. S1A right there. That is a pattern. So that's our S1. Our S2L is going to be an S2L, is going to be right here. S2L. The G and the C string shapes. S3L, we can take the one up here so they don't get confused, is going to be a stack of 3 long right there. S4L is a brick house pattern. It's just a square pattern like that. There's our S4L. Okay. S5L. S5L is a 7L shaped pattern right there. There's our S5L. It's a 5-6 sandwich there. That's all you have to know for the patterns. And just apply the patterns as the circle dictates that we saw.